Health tech analyst Aaron Glickman says his neighborhood brewery knows with great beer comes great pizza cravings. Looking for pints, slices, and more? He recommends Carbon Copy in West Philly.
My name is Brendan Boudwin. I'm one of the brewers and co-owners at Carbon Copy.
And I'm Wolak, and I'm the other brewer co-owner of Carbon Copy.
Beer's been something that I've been really interested in for a really long time. In 2015, I started working at back house at a brewery from the bottom and worked my way up. And then just the idea of doing something like on my own was always like part of the plan. From there, just worked for 5 to 6 years learning the trade, and that's where I met Kyle and decided to open a brewery together.
I think like what makes a good corner bar is kind of somewhere where you can go for any occasion, come in and have a beer on your way somewhere else, or can gather with all your friends here and have a full-blown meal. Pizza and beer are a pretty dynamic duo. It's hard to top that, and we see a lot of the familiar faces that like live in the area. So I think that alone is a testament to like a job well done for us if people are repeat customers. We do a lot to kind of like do our best with what we've got, and I feel like that's definitely like a universally Philadelphia message, you know, like work as hard as you can and make something that's truly your own, and that's kind of like what we're doing here.
Aaron, there's so much going on at Carbon Copy. Why did you pick it?
It's great for everyone, families, date night, lunch, dinner, and they really focus on the staples of brewery food: pizza, wings, salads. Also, if you like pickled things, they do tinned fish with pickled eggs. So, real good variety of food, excellent service, and everything is just a little better than you expect for a brewery.
It's like not your average pizza, though, and also not your average offerings.
No, exactly. The pizzas, there's a ranges from cheese pizza, which is typical, but the crust is very thin, and perfect. The sauce is flavorful, all the way up to like a samosa pizza or a mushroom pizza that has 3 kinds of mushrooms on it. And the wings, again, from salt and pepper all the way to some triple chili.
Carbon Copy has a really robust menu of beers, ciders, and even wine. I know we tried a lot of beer at this table, a cider as well. What was everyone's favorite? I'll start with you, Yasmin.
So I had the Gully, which it was an IPA, but it was really juicy and citrusy, and it had some oat hops going on in there. So it was really light and refreshing. And I love a citrusy beer, so it was definitely my favorite.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it all the time.
And how about you?
I got the Dornick, so it was a cider. I believe it was at like 8.5%, just light, crisp. It was the perfect cider to go with a perfect pizza.
My go-to is the Koi. It's a classic American pale ale, citrusy without being too citrusy, and the perfect pairing with pizza, frankly. A little bit of bitterness, but not too much.
And with your beer, you tried a lot of wings.
Yes. I did the salt and pepper, which I loved. I love a crispy wing, so those were nice. They're not sauced, so they're just like nice and crispy. We also tried the buffalo, which, how you were saying, like all their sauces feel very like homemade, so it elevates like, you know, typical bar food into something that's like, you know, elevated. It tastes really, really nice.
For appetizers, I just want to say the fried artichokes, like, were really, really good. Super crispy, lightly, you know, breaded on the outside. The inside was really soft and tender. The sauce that it came with was amazing. And then I think it came with like fried capers, and it just added this really good saltiness to it. It was so delicious. I mean, next to the onion dip and chips, I feel like the artichoke was definitely one of my favorites.
I'm a sucker for capers.
Yes.
So, like, you put them on, I'm trying it. And
I think it came with like a horseradish aioli,
yes,
right?
There's a horseradish aioli, which is also a thing I'm a sucker for. So you have artichokes, horseradish, and capers. I'm 100% ordering it off the menu.
Oh, the holy trinity of Aaron's palate.
Yes. It is, yes. Exactly.
So walk us through, what is a 12-hour onion dip for the chips?
Yeah, I mean, the 12-hour onion dip, I'm not sure what they meant by the 12-hour onion dip. All I know that it was good. It was really, really good. I would say that it had the perfect, like, texture. It was nice and thick, very creamy. The chips weren't really oily at all, not too salty, light and crispy. So altogether, like, a really good onion dip. I want the recipe.
Pizza is also a big part of Carbon Copy's menu, and you had mentioned the samosa pizza.
Yes.
I know that you tried it. What is a samosa pizza?
I mean, it's really a samosa on a pizza. Literally, I mean,
It is what it is.
the ingredients were spread across the whole pizza. You could see the potatoes, the peas. They had I really like that they put fresh herbs on it, the mint, and like it really added to the pizza. I'd never tried anything like that before, but I really liked the curry oil that they put on it too. It just it really tasted like a cheesy samosa pizza. Like that's all I can describe it as.
I always like to try and see kind of what the crust is going to be like. Had like a nice crisp, but also kind of foldy texture, which I like somewhere in between, and the nice little cupped pepperonis. And then I got the pecorino romano on the side and some chili crisp, which is also house-made, to kind of like drizzle on top. That was really, really nice. It was spicy, but really, really nice.
And then for dessert, they have soft-served ice cream.
I am going back for that orange. It's a olive oil orange sea salt. So originally when I saw it on the menu, I was kind of like, I don't know if I really want olive oil and salt on my soft serve. That doesn't really sound great. However, it tasted like an orange creamsicle. It was really good. The sea salt really added something to it, and it was just. I mean, I got the Oreo soft serve too, but I also got the, I think it was blood orange infused olive oil with the sea salt. Yeah, that was so good. I mean, I would recommend it to anybody.
And then the service. I know, Yasmin, you had a really fun experience with your hostess.
Yeah, she was just bopping around. She had a lot of energy. She sat us right away. I really liked her vibes. I was excited about the swag. They have a lot of cool t-shirts and stuff in there, and she was equally as excited, just like helping me out and like picking some. So I bought one. It's really cool.
They did a good job with helping us navigate the beer menu specifically, because I brought my husband and his friend, and they are both, really love beer, so they kind of went through the menu with them on what would be a good fit, and I think that they ended up getting the wit beer, which is similar to like a Belgian style. I stuck with the cider, which was absolutely amazing. But I also really liked that you could get beers to go. So once we were done our meal, the beers that they got that they really loved, we just went right up to the, fridge, grabbed a couple 4-packs, got some to go, and then we were having some Carbon Copy the next day.
Aaron, Carbon Copy is your pick. Sum it up for us.
An unfussy neighborhood brewery with high standards for food and service.
And Naomi, what are your final thoughts?
Just a low-key, casual neighborhood spot that's perfect for having some beer and pizza after work with friends.
Yasmin, what's the big takeaway?
I think it's very modern, hipster vibes. It has a really open-air pizza oven right in the middle, and elevated bar food.
Try out Carbon Copy for yourself, located at 701 South 50th Street in West Philly. Reservations are not accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $20.